can be between two people, teams, nations, or even continents. Like the battle between Europe and North America for world domination in ice cross.
Oh yeah, it's going to be close here. That is unbelievable. That changes everything. Wow.
Europe struck first, with Germany's Martin Niefnecker winning the inaugural world title. But not long after, the first rivalry emerged between these two future world champions, Kyle Croxall from Canada and Arttu Pihlainen from Finland.
I knew when I arrived to some town that I would be facing Kyle in the finals.
Yeah, we were both very consistent in those years. Arttu was always in the final, I was usually in the final. In Germany, I remember we were both on the podium together. Quebec, we were on the podium together. So we were definitely very consistent in those years of 2011 and 12.
There is your current overall leader, Arttu Pihlainen from Finland. Let's see how this breaks down for the World Championship title. It's a good, clean start for all four athletes, but again, Arttu Pihlainen, with the explosive speed that he's got out of those gates, takes the lead.
Yeah, Arttu, he was always the fastest out of the gate every time. It didn't matter what track it was. Being out front was his thing.
He's coming to the last finish jump. No challenges for him at this point, and Arttu Pihlainen will cross the finish line as your next world champion of ice cross downhill.
It was a big moment, and I was really tired after the last run. My legs were burning because the track is so long, and I remember the last corner I skated like hell to the finish line.
Europe was again the winner, with Pihlainen claiming the title. Kyle Croxall finished a close second, but was determined to go one better in 2012.
I remember 2012, we were fighting about the championship title. I needed to win in Quebec to win the World Championship, and Kyle needed to be third or fourth or whatever.
I don't think I thought about the title in the starting gate. All I thought about was getting out front and, hopefully winning that race.
Joining him in 2012, younger brother Scott, with the same will to win, but after 2 victories out of the 3 events so far, Kyle only needed to finish second to secure the World Championship.
In the last corner, I was leading the race. Scott was behind me. If I would be first, Scott second, I would have been the world champion. But then in the final, last turn of the track, Scott fell down and Kyle passed him, finished second and got the world championship title.
Kyle Croxall is your 2012 world champion.
There were a lot of talks was it on purpose or... Well, truly, I believe that Scott didn't fail on purpose, he wants to beat his brother.
North America had its first title, and the rivalry was in full swing. European athletes still had the most wins, but their leading contender, Arttu Pihlainen, had decided to retire.
I cannot do things with 80%. So if I do something, I want to go full on 100%. Basically, I wasn't able to do that anymore, so it was an easy decision.
With Arttu gone, Kyle Croxall was the clear favourite, but new competition from both sides of the Atlantic was not long in coming.
My goal for next year is definitely to be world champion. I mean, I know that I have what it takes, and I'd love to see it happen.
Yeah, there can only be one goal, to be #1 next year.
I want to show them that I can be back next year for sure.
And the momentum swung back Europe's way once again.
He gets down and swims this finish.
Swiss showman Derek Wedge won the title in 2013. 2014, a new season, and new athletes began to come to the forefront. Younger Croxall brother Scott was now pushing hard for his first win, and there was a new race winner on the scene from the US, a young athlete called Cameron Nars.
My goodness, is this a battle here? And Scotty Croxall might get this one in second place. Ho, 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 ho!
North America began to dominate again.
North America's crushing the sport right now. We have some of the top athletes from Canada and the US, and I think that's just because of our strong skating background and our just the way we race. We're aggressive and we're confident, and I think that some of the European countries don't quite race the same as we do.
Taking up the challenge from Europe, two Austrian brothers brought a new approach to ice cross. Changing up their off-season training, they pushed hard to give them the advantage on the ice over their more established rivals.
This pretty much took us to the next level.
In 2014, the Delago brothers took the sport by storm, with Marco winning 3 of 4 events that season.
Marco Delago really working to try and find some space, and he does! Oh my goodness! Delago finds the inside line. Nas goes down. Here comes Scotty Croxall in second place, maybe? Oh, and now it's Marco Delago going down. He's back up, and he's got Scotty Croxall chasing him hard, and it's gonna go to Marco Delago.
World Championship title was back in Europe with Marco Delago. Canadian Scott Croxall scored another overall second, but he was hungry for his chance at the championship. 2015 was the year he stepped up. First target, his first event win.
Scott's got the lead, he's holding on to it, but it is tenuous with 2 fantastic skaters right behind him. Marco Delago tries to make a move on the inside. The big body of Scott Croxall keeps him out. Scotty's got this one down. It looks like he's gonna get it. Yeah, Scotty Croxall, he gets his first win at an ice cross downhill world championship event, and it is here in Finland at the Red Bull Crashed Ice, and everybody mobs him. Wow, that is outstanding.
He went on from there to bring the title back to Canada and the Croxall family.
It meant everything to me. That's the reason why I joined the sport. I wanted to become world champion. I didn't think it would take me that long, six long years, but it was worth the wait and couldn't be happier.
The North Americans were on the rise now, and their greatest athletes were not just rivals, but also friends, pushing each other to greater and greater success.
As North Americans, we get along really well, and it's definitely a friendship, but at the same time, when we get on the track, we all want to win. So we're going to do whatever it takes to win that race, and the rivalries definitely come out on the ice, and then they go away after the race.
Cameron Nas was still chasing that elusive overall title. He already had that first win under his belt.
Cameron Nash may well win his first event ever. Cameron Nash from the USA in a hard battle finish to the final end here. The first win for Cameron Nash in ice cross downhill.
In 2016, he and Scott faced off in the final race of the season. First across the line would become world champion.
Here we go. Cheers. Good luck Saturday. Here we go.
Here we go for the men's final, everyone. It is a battle between Cameron Nas and his big rival, Scott Croxall. Cameron, a win will secure the championship, or he's on the podium ahead of Croxall. Croxall will win if he simply places higher than that man, Cameron Nas.
Well, the tension is palpable up here. It's an explosive start by Cameron Nas and Scott Croxall. Cameron Nas digging in deep to try and find it. He needs it. The fans are going bananas on the sideline. Scott Croxall's right on his tail. Tristan Dujardil bringing up 3rd place with Max Dunn in the rear in 4th place. He's digging in hard, looking for that Lynn.
Can he do it? He stretches for the finish. He gets ahead of Scott Croxall.
Cameron Nas wins it. He's got his first ever world championship title. He's the first American to do it. What a fantastic season for him.
Many years in a row that I had come very close, but didn't do it, and 2016 was great because I got the job done finally.
When Cameron joined the elite ranks of world champions, he set the trend for the seasons to come, putting North America firmly on top in the continental battle.
As long as I can keep doing what I'm doing and be successful, I'm happy to be the hunted.
He has won 4 of the last 5 overall titles, and it doesn't look like he'll be slowing down anytime soon.
I'd love to win it 10 times. You know, I'd like to keep this streak going and just keep my consistency going. And yeah, I look forward to it, and I'm up for the challenge.
But as always, there are others waiting in the wings. In the next episode, we'll look at the rivalry in the women's category in the sport of ice cross.